Now, in the previous class, we have seen one-dimensional array and operations on the elements of one-dimensional array, and the formula to find out the size of the array, and also to get the address of any particular item given the base address, and also the algorithm to traverse. In operations, we have seen traversal, insertion, deletion, etc. The traversal of one-dimensional array algorithm also we have seen. Now, let us write a program to input and display the items of an array. I think this program is very simple one. You can remember this already you have done. But I will write a program to remind you that how to enter and display the items of one-dimensional array. Hash include iostream.h. I, comma, n, the number of items. Cout, enter, array size, cin, n. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, cin a of I. That is how you enter the items of the array. And here you could have written enter the array items also, just to display cin a of I. And in the same way, display the items of the array. Cout array items are, and once again the for loop 0, I less than n, I plus plus, Cout. After leaving a space, next also you can leave a space, a of I, like slash t, and down the main. So very simple program to process the items of the array, to enter the items and to display the items of the array. Now next, searching of items in the array. What is searching? Searching is finding the location of an item in the given one-dimensional array. What do you mean by searching? Searching is an operation on one-dimensional array in which we find the location of an item, the given item, in the one-dimensional array. Correct? So first we will try to understand the algorithm, how to search. What is the algorithm to search? There are two ways of searching. How to search an item in the one-dimensional array? There are two algorithms. One method is called the linear search, and the second method is the binary search. Searching, finding the location of an item. The item may be present at any index. We have to find out at which index the item is present. And in case the item is not found, you have to display the message accordingly that item is not found or search is unsuccessful. Right? It is not found in the array. Let us see the linear search now. The linear search method is also called the sequential search. Sequential search method. According to this method, the search is carried out from the first item, first index or the 0 index position. So the search element is also called the key element. the key or search element. It is compared with the search element or the key element is compared with every element of the array starting from the first item. It is compared whether it is equal to the first item present in the array. If yes, search is over, search is successful. We will display the index of that item, it is 0. If not, compare the item with the second item, third item, and so on until we find the key item. So when there is a match to the key item or the search item to any item of the array, then that particular index where the item is found is noted. And further we don't search. The search is stopping there. We stop search. So in case the item is not found, we go on to the next item until we access the last item. Even then it may not be found. Then we say the search is unsuccessful or the item is not found. So how you carry out this? So if you write an example array like this, suppose the array items will be like 10, 20, 30, 40 and 90. There are some random 5 items in the array. It is A of 5, suppose. Now suppose the search item is 40. The search item is 40. It is the key, or in the algorithm usually we denote like element, ELE. It is 40. We enter the search item. Index we know 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So according to this linear search algorithm, the element is compared with the first item. Index 0. How much is that? 10. Whether 40 is equal to 10? No. Next, increment to the next item. Index 1. Item is 20. Whether 40 is equal to 20, compare the search item with the item at index 1, which is 20. No. Go to the third, index 2. Whether 30 is equal to 40, not even that. Go to the next item, index 3. It is 40. Compare it with the given item, which is also 40. If we get that it is successful, right? The match is found here. The condition becomes true. Search item is equal to the item at this index. Note down this index. We want this index, right? 3. Note down index. So let this location now is equal to 3. And further we don't search. Search process stops here. Okay? Now initially this location which you want to get the location of the search item. Initially we can set the location to -1 because since the array index starts with the 0, we cannot have this one as 0 because in case it is found as the first item, then naturally the index must be 0. So we cannot take 0 as the initial value. If not found, it becomes wrong. So initially we set the variable location to -1. So in case anywhere it is found, that index we update to location. Location will be updated with the index of that item where it is found. So in this case, 3 becomes the updated value of location variable. Initially it is set to -1. Now it is 3. Search stops here. The loop stops and at the end we display. The item is found at the location 3. So even to display the output, we can have an if statement to check the value of location. In case if it is -1 only, we can display it is not found. And any other value other than -1. If it is 0 or more, starting with 0 or any index, more than or equal to 0, it is found at the given location. So that is how we can display. Now let us write the algorithm for this. The algorithm linear search. Let A be the array. A is the array. A of suppose n, where n is the number of items in the array. N is the number of items in the array. number of items or array size. Then let the location is given in the variable location. I will write the steps now. Step 1. That location is equal to -1. As I have told, initialize the location variable to -1. In case it is not found to display, we require -1. Step 2. For I is equal to 0 to n minus 1, I will write. Or you can also write for I is equal to lower bound to upper bound. Correct? You can write LP to upper bound. Upper bound is n minus 1, where n is the number of items. Here we write if element is equal to A of I. Element is equal, you can also write double equal to, no problem. Single equal to is also okay because we are not writing the programming statements here. These are the algorithm statements. Right? Even if you write single equal to, this is not a problem. It is only for the sake of understanding the logic we are writing the algorithm. If element is equal to A of I, then the comparison where I it is found, we require this I, correct? Then location is equal to I. Then location is equal to I. And go to step, the next step, we'll write the next step, it is 3, right? Go to step 3. If element is equal to A of I, then you must execute these two statements. Location becomes I and go to, right? That is the end of this. So end of if and end for. So that is in step 2. The search is done here. In case if it is not found, if element is not equal to I, what happens is the for loop index will be incremented, goes to the next index value and compares. If found, okay, right? We want the value of I. If not, goes to the next step. So the next one is step 3. I will write step 3. If location is more than or equal to 0, then print item search element is found at location yellows. Else print element not found or search unsuccessful. Or not found. Element not found. End if. End of it. Step 4. End. Correct? Now if you trace this with the previous example I have given, when you enter the items, like suppose the items will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 70. These are the 5 items, n is 5 and the search element is equal to suppose 40. Search element is 40. If you trace this, location is initially -1. Then for I is equal to 0 to n minus 1. 0, first index. Item is 10. First item is 10. Whether element 40 is equal to A of I is 10. No, false. So this is not executed. End of if and end of for to the next value of I becomes 1. Element is equal to A of 1. A of 1 is 20. There also the condition becomes false and these are not executed. Goes to the next value of I becomes 2. A of I is 30. 30 is also not equal to 40. Condition once again becomes false. Goes to the next value of I. I becomes 4. Sorry, I becomes 3. Element is equal to A of 3. A of 3 is 40. This is at index 0, 1, 2 and 3. This is 4. A of 3 is 40. Now we find the match here. 40 is equal to 40. It is true. So then here execute this. Location becomes I. How much is I? 3. The value of this index. Right? So location becomes equal to 3. And here we go to the step 3, the next step. Because search has to be stopping there. We don't need to search further. Then if location is more than or equal to 0, compare the value of location. How much is location in this case? Location has become 3. The item is found at the index 3. Location is 3, more than or equal to 0, true. Then display this. Print search element is found at the location. How much? 3. So in case if it is not found, suppose we are searching for the item 100, which is not found here. Correct? Initially the location is set to 1. Here in the loop, there is no match for any of the index because the element is not found. Correct? So the loop terminates without changing the value of location because item is not found here. Everywhere it becomes false, false, false. Search element is 100, nowhere 100 is found. So it continues until the loop terminates naturally. Location value will never change, it remains at -1. So we go after finishing all the iterations to the next step. So here location is more than or equal to 0 becomes false. It is -1 still. So this becomes false. It will not print. It prints else search is unsuccessful or the element is not found. Simple. That is how we will have this algorithm. I hope you have understood this linear search algorithm. And this is the simple algorithm to search among these two because you know the order is not a matter. Search using linear search has the merits. One merit is or one advantage is it is a very simple algorithm logic wise. Logic is very simple and the items need not be in any order. It can be in random order because it goes sequentially. Right? Algorithm is very simple. Take the items sequence in sequence one by one. So items need not be put into any order. Random numbers as it is we can search. But the demerit is there is one problem. If the number of items are large, like 1000, maybe more than that, then what happens is it may lead to the worst condition. Suppose out of 1000 items, the search item may be found at initial places or maybe the last frag end of the array. Right? In case it is found at the last positions, last index, all the previous searches, it is a waste of time, correct? The efficiency of the algorithm reduces because we cannot decide until you move to the last item whether it is found or not. We cannot decide whether the item is found or not until you reach and compare the last item of the array. It may be found as the last item also, correct? So suppose in case the item is not found in the array, right? That we come to know only after reaching the last item. And then we find that all these comparisons is a waste of time. Thus it reduces the efficiency when there are large number of items in the array. Okay. So for that you have to go for the another algorithm which is the binary search. Correct? It is of more efficiency because the number of searches, number of comparisons can be drastically reduced if we put the items into an order. So binary search requires the items to be in the order, either in ascending order or descending order before we apply the algorithm of search. Correct? So how to carry out search using binary search, that we will see in the next algorithm. Before that, we will write a program to search using linear search according to this algorithm now. Now let us write the program for linear search. Hash include void main in A of 25. You can take any size for the array. Number of items in the array, the index, and the position or the location. Let us see location. Location you can initialize here itself is equal to -1 because you know the algorithm. Right? Later on also you can initialize before having the for loop. Next, the element, the search element is also required. Enter array size C in n, C out, enter array elements, use the for loop, I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, C in A of I. You populate the array, enter the items into the array. Next you should enter the search element. Enter search element. Next the algorithm starts. In the algorithm we have not indicated the input of array elements and entering of the search element. These are quite obvious. That is why only algorithm focuses on the main logic part of linear search. Now let us have the statements of the linear search. Location is equal to -1. Already I have initialized. So let us start with the for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. If element is equal to A of I, then location is equal to I. Location is equal to that index and break. That's all. Right? So here this parenthesis is not necessary. Even if you put here, not a problem, because within for loop there is only one if statement. So this is optional, but if you put for clarity, that is well and good. If element is equal to A of I, comparison, and if it is true, then that I be required. So assign that to the location variable, which is initialized to -1, and break it. Break is similar to that go to step statement. How you transfer, go out of the for loop. Whenever there is successful, comparison is successful, you have to break the loop because search must stop there. That is why you must have a break statement within that if, in case if it is found. So next after that, compare if, using if. If location is equal to or more than or equal to 0, then display search element found. Element is found at location is equal to LOC. Display the location. Else cout element not found. Search element is not found. End of the program. Hope you understood this. So in the algorithm, as I told, input part of the items of the array, size of the array, and the search key we have not indicated because it is quite obvious. And only the algorithm part, the logic part we have indicated in the algorithm. So this starts from here. Enter the items, enter the search element, compare the search element with each item of the array. In case if it is found, note down that index in the location value. Initially location is set to -1. Later compare if location is found to be more than or equal to 0, because the item may be present as the first item also. It may be found anywhere starting from index 0. So more than or equal to 0, means element is found and display the location where it is found. Else display search is unsuccessful or element is not found in the array. Hope you understood this. In the next section we will study the next algorithm, binary search. Thank you.